Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music.
Premiumbeat.com.
Doctor,
I've made a lot of achievements in this component of pre-service teachers practicum. The first achievement is about the development of practicum manual. So we developed it to provide the details about the practicum implementation modalities.
Beat.com.
you are part of the management team of MasterCard Lead project. What is your role there?
Okay, thank you. My role is to coordinate all practicum activities for pre-service teachers, to develop the plan of activity for implementation with clear goals, indicators, and targets, but also to participate in the professional development programs and the production of training materials, but also to participate in the professional development of the project implementation team, and to identify any other critical area in practicum for the intervention by the project.
When did you start the implementation of the project?
We have started some times ago in 2019. That's when we started the project. But we have, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, so there was a short interruption of our activities.
Can you please brief us on the achievements of your component since you started implementing the project?
Yeah, thank you very much. We have made a lot of achievements in this component of pre-service teachers practicum. The first achievement is about the development of practicum manual. So we developed it to provide the details about the practicum implementation modalities. Then we have revised subject-specific teaching methods modules so that we integrate practicum activities. So we have also developed training manuals for the training of supervisors, URC supervisors, and the school attachment mentors. So we have also developed a memorandum of understanding between the URC and the hosting schools in order to provide a formal framework for the implementation of practicum and school attachment.
Yeah.
So we have also trained URC supervisors, 161 URC lecturers were trained in the supervision of school attachment and practicum activities, and 842 school attachment mentors were trained to build their capacity in providing mentorship and support to our student teachers when they are on school attachment and practicum. So far, 6,374 student teachers have participated in practicum activities. That is the school visits, lesson observation, lesson delivery, and lesson assessment. So these are in brief the achievements you have so far made in my component. Them to build their capacity so that they can improve the way they have been supervising students, supporting them. And we are seeing the changes because last year we conducted the quality assurance audit to see how the students are supported in school attachment, and we have found that those trained mentors and trained supervisors, they are really supporting the students the way we wish them to support them.
You talked about practicum, and we are accustomed to school attachment. What is the difference between those two terms?
The two terms are related because they all provide opportunity for students, teachers, to go into the industry, that is the schools, to practice the theory they are applying in a classroom into the real life situation. But the difference is that practicum prepares the student teachers to go for school attachment when they are ready. And the practicum is integrated in the teaching methods modules because they take subject teaching methods, but we are taking practicum activities as the practical part of those modules. They acquire the theories in the classroom, then they go into the real life situation to apply this so that they get this experience before they go on school attachment.
What is the impact of practicum on teacher education at URCE?
Yeah, it has changed a lot because even the students are appreciative of this practice because previously they lack that exposure to the real life situation, but now they go on school attachment with that experience. When they go on school attachment, it is not their first experience to stand before the student if they are about the lesson plan. So it is not a new experience for them because during practicum they experience, they interact with teachers to prepare the lesson, to fill the lesson observation form and the lesson plan form. So it is preparing them to become the future teachers, quality future teachers for teachers.
You might have encountered some challenges while implementing the practicum that you are in charge of. Is it true? If there are any, what are they?
Yeah, thank you very much. We have faced a lot of challenges. And the first one is the big number of students to go on school attachment and the practicum. For example, this last year for the practicum activities of last year, we have 3,400 students. So it is not possible, it is not an easy task to find the schools for them. Then another challenge we are facing is some schools are reluctant to receive our student teachers. So they think that the students teachers will not allow them to complete their program, and they refuse to receive them. Some others are receiving very few number compared to the number that we have. So that is a challenge. Then another challenge we are facing is the supervision. You see the number of students to go on a practicum is big, and the number of lecturers is limited. So it is an issue to supervise all of them.
How are you addressing those challenges?
For the first challenge, for example, the big number of students, so initially we have planned that school practicum will take place in the schools surrounding the campuses. But because of the big number, we have spread them into different schools throughout the country to address that challenge, because they could not be accommodated in neighboring schools. So for the issue of schools which are refusing to receive our student teachers, or are receiving very few students, so we have drafted an MOU with between the URC and the REB, which is supervising the schools, so that there is a clear and formal framework for the implementation of practicum and school attachment. Although the MOU is not yet signed, but the process is far, it will be signed the soonest.
Do you have any further comments to add?
My comment is that LEAT will change the way pre-service teacher training was done at the college. So it has these components that will make it more professional as compared to how it was before.
In the area of ICT, or in the component of ICT, we have done a lot of things. Of course, some planned activities are still going on, others are going to start very soon. In the achievement, I can say that first of all, because we had to support academic staff to integrate ICT so that the competence-based curriculum approach can be used in our teaching, learning, and assessment. We have succeeded to distribute 151 laptops to academic staff. We have succeeded to help the lecturer room to be connected to internet. We organized the cabling of that room. We organized also the cabling of the School of Inclusive and Special Needs Education.
Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music.
Matthias Ndoingoma, the coordinator of the component of ICT in the project Leaders in Teaching, in abbreviation LEAT, which is funded by MasterCard Foundation. In that project, that started in 2018, but where the activities started in 2019, in the area of ICT, or in the component of ICT, we have done a lot of things. Of course, some planned activities are still going on, others are going to start very soon. In the achievement, I can say that first of all, because we had to support academic staff to integrate ICT so that the competence-based curriculum approach can be used in our teaching, learning, and assessment. We have succeeded to distribute 151 laptops to academic staff. We have succeeded to help the lecturer room to be connected to internet. We organized the cabling of that room. We organized also the cabling of the School of Inclusive and Special Needs Education, and we have also distributed teaching material that are used in a laboratory of geography, and also the other materials that are used in the laboratory or in the resource room for the School of Inclusive and Special Needs Education. That is one of those activities. Other main activity that we had is the establishment of 2 smart classrooms at Rukara campus. They are equipped with state-of-art material, and now we are establishing a DMU, which is a digital media unit or digital media center. It is made of 3 multimedia studio, 2 multimedia studios, and 1 micro teaching room. The activities are going to be finished very soon. I think by next week we are going to have the handover of activities, and the equipment are also ready. The one who is now building or who is doing the civil works is going to finish, and immediately the one who supplied the material is going to install and configure those materials. Another thing that I can say is we have strengthened or improved the server room of the college or the campus, this campus of Rukara, where we brought some UPS, and we have brought some switches, and we networked that room, and it has been also repainted, and now the server room is working properly. Another activity that I can say here is the support of students, where we bought 110 computers, desktop. Those ones have been divided into 60 are installed in a laboratory at Rukara campus, and 50 computers are installed in 1 computer lab at Nyagatare campus. You know that at Nyagatare campus we have students who are there, and who are more than 3,000. And we are planning also to increase that number of laptops, because the number of students also is increasing. Yeah, I can say that we have been challenged. In our plan, we had main activities, and up to now there is one activity which is very important also, and it has not been yet executed. It is the training of academic staff to integrate or to digitalize their teaching material. Of course, today all the lecturers have their modules which are uploaded on the e-learn platform, on the University of Rwanda e-learn platform, but we need that they get more skills. So this activity has been delayed because it was supposed to be done by an expert, and that expert was supposed to be hired. Now the university have signed a contract with Toronto University from Canada. They are going to organize this activity. We have started the organization together with them, and this is going to be done. They are also going to train multimedia expert, where our e-learning officers will be trained, and they will cascade the training later to the academic staff. Yeah, and our teaching material that the lecturers are going to or have already developed, we are now going to help to set what we call a digital repository, so that all the videos or the multimedia teaching material that are going to be produced can be saved and accessed easily by the lecturers from the Digital Media Center, and also from the smart classrooms, and from the multimedia studio, which is existing, of course, which has not been built by under this project. Yeah, those are the challenges that we have. As mitigation, I can say immediately that the fact of having this contract signed between University of Rwanda and Toronto University, it's a solution that is going to mitigate the challenges that I mentioned.
You said that this project also assisted URCE in setting up a demonstration media unit or DMU. What would be the appropriate use of this facility?
Okay, it is very important. We got that idea from universities from South Korea. Yeah, we have conducted a study tour in 3 universities there, and we have seen that for them, when they are talking about online or blended learning, they have such equipment. And this equipment is helping the academic staff to digitalize, to get what we call interactive digital content. So we are now going to take lecturers in those multimedia studio. They are bringing their teaching material, either the slides, or they can come even without slide, and he's talking, he's teaching. He can teach when he's seated, or he can teach when he's standing. So in that case, the video which is produced is going to be taken by the e-learning officers who are now specialized in multimedia production, and they edit it and they make it more interactive. When I'm talking about more interactive, we have to understand that of course, we used to get these videos, and the video is changing, the slides are changing, and the lecturer is explaining. But for the moment, we want that we get some interaction where the lecturer is speaking. Immediately, they can bring assessment for the students, and the student can respond. When they have responded, the video can also continue. That is now what we are calling the interactive digital content. Of course, we use what we call SCORM packages, and our e-learning officers are going to be prepared or trained on those ones.
How would it work with the existing multimedia studio?
The existing multimedia studio that we have has been established under another project that we called UNESCO KFIT. It means UNESCO Korea Funds in Trust. The purpose was also to support teaching, learning and assessment, where we have to produce some videos where lecturers used to go and get their videos shooted. But that multimedia studio, which was constructed under that project, it was for the whole University of Rwanda. Yes. And we have even established a calendar or a timetable for all colleges where a lecturer from one or another college should now make a request and come here and be helped to produce that video. So from that existing multimedia studio, we have seen that it's not enough. When we take the number of lecturers at University of Rwanda, even the number of lecturers at our college, using one room is not enough. So it's why now, under this project Elite, we have now proposed that we can get more rooms. And I can tell you even that under CODEL, that I'm heading also, we are now trying to sensitize the whole University of Rwanda to get their own multimedia studio in the different campuses. Yeah.
You indicated that LIT project has donated different equipment and materials to you. I wonder if that donation really meets the needs of the college. If yes, how do you know that this or that equipment or material is needed?
In LIT project, what we do, we avail the budget, and we work with the school and the department. Whatever we do, we make a request. We ask them to tell us what they would like to get in their needs. So they establish the technical specifications. Of course, we work together. And from those technical specifications, of course, we have to follow the procurement process which is being used at University of Rwanda. So the main idea is coming from the end user. It's not from the elite.
Is there anything else you would like to have as the coordinator of ICT in the case of another donation opportunity is offered?
Yeah, of course, if now we get more funds under this project, I can propose that, of course, even if I have said that we have distributed 151 computers, the university is getting new recruited academic staff. So I will propose that even those new lecturers can be provided with laptop. And another thing that I can propose is to increase the power of Nyagatare campus. We have sent there a big number of students, and what we have here is a bit far from them. So they cannot come as they want to use the multimedia studio that we have or the digital media center or unit that we have here. So I would like to get the same things from that we have here at Rukara campus at Nyagatare campus.
Do you have a hope that will happen?
It's a matter of negotiation. Yeah, the coordination of it will talk, of course, with the support of the College of Education principal. They are going to talk with the MasterCard Foundation, and now we are lucky because the MasterCard Foundation, they have an office here in Kigali. It's very easy to get contact with them.
Is there any other comment to what we said?
It's very good to have projects that are enhancing teaching, learning, and assessment activities in a college, and I would like to propose that even other colleges can get such kind of partnership, such kind of project, so that we can move together. One campus cannot be developed in IT more than others. So I would like that all the campuses can get the same, can be at the same level. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I'm the acting director of ICT services in Nyagatare campus.
Your Nyagatare campus received a donation from MasterCard Foundation's elite project. What kind of donation is it?
We received a donation of 50 computers from elite project, a project supported by MasterCard. We received 50, and they also paid for us for cabling for them so that now they can be connected to internet.
How did you feel when you received these equipment?
So it's really a great pleasure to see such a donation.
Are all those machines actually in use, or they have not yet been installed?
They are useful and they're utilized for the moment as we've seen it. So now today currently they're being used for English proficiency test for the newcomers within the campus. As you know, in the beginning of each year, we do a test for English proficiency for students who are joining the campus to see how they can express themselves and how they can follow courses in English. We already had some of the computers. The donation was only 50 pieces. But we also have some others, around 45 in the next computer lab that we have seen, and we also have some other computers. In total, we have around 260 computers.
Is there any challenge faced related to donated machines?
No, those ones, they are very few, very new. They are still operational. There's no challenge. So but even if there isn't any challenge, but we also have some strategies to mitigate any challenge before it comes. So like for now, we are thinking of protecting them, like maybe as you've been asking before. We are thinking of protecting them using antivirus. That's okay, we already have it, but also using the CCTV cameras and also installing AC air conditioning system within the lab so that they can keep in good condition.
How are you managing to ensure security of this machine?
Or as you've seen it, first of all, we made a table which has a compartment for CPU, so the CPU is protected itself. It can't be removed if you've seen the tables. Mm-hmm. The other thing, they are kept in a locked computer lab. Mm-hmm. But as I told you just now, we are planning to use also CCTV cameras. If we have ability, we've planned for it. Maybe we can do it by next financial year. Mm-hmm. And now we shall use those CCTV cameras to monitor what is going on in the computer lab.
What link do you establish between this donation and the campus mission?
You see, in this era, whatever we are studying, we can, yes, on one hand, find some documentation in the library, but you see this world is moving from hard copies of papers to digital library. So having a machine connected to internet just gives a wide range of books that is accessible to the campus. So any students who can get access to that computer can read whatever he wants. So it is like another campus which is open within the same campus.
In case another donation opportunity is offered, what would you like to have as the campus?
Yeah, actually the priority is, as I said before, is to increase the computer to students ratio. So they will still have few computers compared to the number of students that we have. Mm-hmm. So now we can increase the number of computers, mm-hmm. but at the same time we have in our plan to increase the number of access points, so to provide wireless internet to students here outside where they can be sitting in the compound. So that's the main projects that we have as a priority in our priority. Mm-hmm. So maybe if we can discuss with any donor, that's the main challenges that we have, to increase the number of computers and give access to wireless to students.
Do you have any other comment to add?
Just to thank the management of this project. They have been cooperative. They welcomed us when they had our issues, our concern. So, and I believe even in the future we will keep working hand in hand properly.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We received many equipments from the MasterCard Foundation on the LEAP program, such as 2 smart classrooms well established, and we have another ongoing project for establishing digital media unity. Mm-hmm. I'm called Gassani Atswe. I'm the campus director of ICT of this College of Education, located just here at the Rwanda campus.
What are your main responsibilities as the in charge of ICT services?
Okay, thank you. As you know, this is an academic institution. Responsibilities here is to support teaching and learning by integrating ICT in teaching and learning, and to provide the needed infrastructure by procuring those equipment and so on.
How do you get the materials or equipment you need in your department?
I got equipment from the ordinary budgeting and from different stakeholders, such as MasterCard Foundation and LEAD program, Leaders in Teaching, and the other stakeholders like the CEDA.
Have you got something from MasterCard Foundation's LEAD project for the last few months?
We received many equipments from MasterCard Foundation on the LEAD program, such as 2 smart classrooms well established, and we have another ongoing project for establishing digital media unity, and we have established a class well cabled with computers for students with combination of computer science. And we MasterCard Foundation equipped our teaching staff with laptops. It's around from the original budget and from different stakeholders such as MasterCard Foundation and LEAD program, Leaders in Teaching, and from the original budget and from different stakeholders such as MasterCard Foundation and LEAD program, Leaders in Teaching, and the other stakeholders like the CEDA.
The needs of the College of Education, especially the needs of your department.
What I can say, it was another value for us. So it supported our department a lot because as you see, for example, the establishment of a classroom for students with combination of computer science, it was helpful. I say we received the latest version, computers. As you know, the students for computer science they use the software which are new, which need the computer with a big capacity. So you see that it was helpful, the equipment for labs or classroom for students, and for those tools established computer laptops.
And in some institutions, they receive materials, but they don't put them into use. What about this college?
All donations from MasterCard Foundation are in use, and we still need others just to accommodate our students.
Aren't you somehow concerned with the security of the donated materials?
Okay, about security, there's no problem here because in our campus we have a security company which has the guards and all supplied laptops, computers are locked on the table, and we have a CCTV camera are already installed in smart classrooms, and in DMU it will be installed, it will be established there, and fire extinguisher and so on. About security, there is no problem here in this campus here. Everything it is well secured.
Is there any challenges faced with the received equipment from RIT?
There's no big challenge, but what we can need, as you know, some new blended equipment need to training for staff. I think that can be discussed with the stakeholders just to have those kind of if it is supply and commissioning, it can be good just in order to train those who will use those equipment.
As the in charge of ICT services on the campus, is there anything else you would like to have in case another support of the kind is offered?
As I said before, we have a big number of students which need equipments, for example, computers to be used in their labs. So we will need just to increase the number of computers. And as you know, as the College of Education, we have the mission to train the future teachers for secondary schools. So we need just to train them to use the new technologies. It's why just our college, we will need a lot from MasterCard just to support, to strengthen the integration of ICT in order to train our future teachers. It can be better if also we think about softwares just to support our future teachers.
Thank you so much.
Shutterstock Music.